PUSD Board Meeting Highlights for Tuesday, May 25th, 2010. Superintendent's Report. Superintendent Edwin Diaz recognized Advanced Path student Jason Torres, who graduated this week and received a $1,000 scholarship. Superintendent Diaz applauded the students, families, and staff who participated in the district's first annual middle school robotics competition last week, noting the level of engagement and excitement demonstrated by the students. Mr. Diaz also congratulated the Community Advisory Committee on its successful recognition ceremony, honoring students, staff, community members, and parents for their contributions to special education in PUSD. Student Board Members Report. John Muir High School senior Michael Arsenault reported that 4 Muir students presented at Caltech as part of a joint research project called SHARK, which stands for Solar Hydrogen Activity Research Kit. The project is meant to discover efficient ways to produce hydrogen from water. The students presented along with 2 other Southern California high schools and 2 universities. The student researchers were Valeria Sosa, Osiris Negrete, Miguel Reyes, and Carla Zavala. Chemistry teachers Mr. Pratt and Ms. Reynolds helped students with the project. DELAC Report. The District English Language Advisory Committee, or DELAC, presented recommendations to the board in its annual report. Recommendations included proposals to improve the performance of English learners on state tests, ensure extensive parent involvement at school sites, train school site staff, and share best practices among schools. African American Parent Council. The Board of Education heard a presentation from the newly formed African American Parent Council, which was established to better engage and communicate with African American families. The council consisted of parents, guardians, community members, school site leadership, and district leadership. The group established 4 priorities for the upcoming school year and will work to establish African American parent councils at school sites and elect an executive committee in the fall. Transportation Report. The board heard a report on planned budget reductions in the Transportation Department to help close the budget shortfall caused by a 20% reduction in state transportation funds. Services will be reduced to eliminate general education transportation for schools of choice, eliminate monthly MTA passes for Marshall Fundamental School, and consolidate buses for Wilson, Willard, Sierra Madre, and Field. The total savings from these actions is approximately $493,000. Tentative Agreement with United Teachers of Pasadena. The board approved a tentative agreement with the United Teachers of Pasadena that includes 5 furlough days in 2010-2011 and 2011-2012. The days lost include 3 professional development days and 2 instructional days. The agreement also calls for no salary increases through 2012 and requires UTP members to cover any increased health benefit costs beginning in January 2011. The board also approved an agreement with the Classified School Employees Association that calls for 5 furlough days in 2010-2011. Budget Update and Recommendations. Dr. John Papalardo, Chief Finance Officer, presented a budget update based on the governor's revised state budget proposal. The new proposal recommends additional reductions to K-12 public education funding that will result in the loss of another $1.6 million for PUSD. Reductions to PUSD's 2010-2011 budget now total $25.1 million, up from the $23 million previously identified. The changes are due to an increase in centralized services savings and an increase in workers' compensation savings. The board elected to utilize categorical program funds previously earmarked for professional development to restore 17 teaching positions for kindergarten through 3rd grade. These funds are expected to bring kindergarten class sizes to 27 and grades 1 through 3 to 29, still significantly above the current size of 22 students per class. Other items. All board reports and resolutions passed. PUSD Board of Education meetings are streamed live and on demand at www.boardmeetings.info. This has been your PUSD Board Meeting Highlights for Tuesday, May 25th, 2010.